What's going on, guys? It's PokePond back with another investment video for you. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. I always recommend investment opportunities that I see in the sealed Pokemon market space. Make sure you subscribe to never miss an opportunity. Got a good one for you today, guys. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's a lot I want to talk about today, so I'm just going to try and move really fast through the news. We'll zip through it and then we'll get to sort of like the main focus for the video, the reason why you guys all clicked on this video. I'm going to explain what the new play is, the new moneymaker. But first of all, a little bit of news. So Teal Mask Ogapon, which is going to be the promo in the Twilight Masquerade new set Elite Trainer box. It's just a bit of interesting information that is going to have like a glittery effect on it. Now we have seen that on some other cards in the past, but as it says here, that was usually reserved for special illustration rares. So that makes Ogapon the first glitter card that's printed into English that doesn't actually have a texture on it, which I just thought was pretty interesting, and it's also the first illustration rare to use the effect. I believe it's, well, technically it's going to be the first promo to come in an Elite Trainer box with the glitter effect as well. I think it's a cool effect. It's interesting to see that they are sort of like spreading it out into some of the different cards now. It's not just like the elite chase cards that are going to get that now. I think that's pretty positive. Next thing I wanted to talk about was some pretty big news from America, that is GameStop is going to start trading in PSA slabs. So they're going to be buying and selling, so you can sell your PSA graded cards to GameStop pretty soon. You'll probably get terrible rates. They'll probably just do, probably look at eBay last sold, and then give you a percentage off of that. Probably a rubbish percentage, probably like 60% or something, so they can make their profit, because it is quite a volatile market. But I just thought that that was quite a positive thing for the hobby, to see that a business has faith enough to sort of move into dealing with PSA cards. And at the end of the day, it's only gonna benefit the end consumer, because it puts Pokemon in people's faces. So young kids are going to start seeing them in the display cases. That's great. That's another good way to bring kids into the hobby. It's going to boost up the price of sealed, I think, because it's going to get more people involved in collecting slabs, especially like younger people as well, who potentially some of them will become slab collectors long into their adult life as well. And it's just good for the hobby in general, and especially for us guys that put away and are interested in sealed product. So I just thought, yeah, really positive little headline for us to cover there. As always, we'll have a quick little look at what's in stock on Pokemon Center UK website. No changes from last week, really. Still, the obvious pickups here are Fusion Strike and Astral Radiance, available for retail here in the UK. And Brilliant Stars is getting a little bit more attractive looking as well. The rest is all just sort of either ultra new sets or let's not talk about this set. Just wanted to let you guys know as well that Twilight Masquerade, if you're going to pre-order it, you can still pick it up much cheaper at other retailers rather than the Pokemon Center website. Pokemon Center website is obviously selling it for retail, but other retailers are still selling it for around about a third off of retail. If that's something that you wanted to pick up and put into your collection, whether you're going to crack it or keep it as sealed. There's not a lot of booster boxes available at the moment from third parties. I've looked through a few of the sites. I like to look on Chaos Cards. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but they tend to do some pretty good deals. I don't know whether that's a state of like a mention on the state of the Pokemon market over here in the UK at the moment, or whether it's a state on their personal business situation that they just need to liquidate and move some of these boxes they've been sat on for a while. But you can still get a third off on pretty much quite a few of these sets at the moment. All of these four down here and here, so we've got basically like modern-ish sets from Scarlet and Violet block. Interestingly enough, some of them are starting to run out of stock as well. Again, that might just be because this business didn't have many. Scarlet and Violet base going out of stock for a third off, I'm not too concerned about. But Paldea Evolved, I think that's a good move. There's only 5 left, so if you want to move on Paldea Evolved, I do think as soon as it starts to sell out a little bit more, it's going to creep up in price. Some of the singles are doing well. The only problem is you do run a big risk of a reprint. Things are still like so ultra modern at the moment in the Scarlet and Violet block. Basically anything could get reprinted, but then again, I still don't think you could really lose for this price point. Like, even if it got reprinted, like, it's not going to drop much below what it already is. It's already a third below retail for 103. If you pick this up for 103 now, and yeah, you got a fat reprint, I mean, yes, it could potentially drop to like 90 quid on some sites, but I mean, are you really gonna FOMO over a good investment for the future over £10, which you're gonna make far more on if you're gonna sit on it for years anyway? So it's just a comment that I wanted to make, that, you know, this is still available, and it is still available very cheap. This is looking like a pretty attractive deal to me, and that's what this channel is all about. It's all about pointing out the plays to you guys. Paldea Evolved had a fairly flat week. It's kind of climbing a little bit on the American markets, but again, all of these things are just so ultra modern, like they haven't had that time to appreciate. One, there's just stock around. These big box retailers just have stock in their stock rooms, so the price isn't going to creep up too much. And two, obviously, long-term investors like myself were just like, where it could easily just get reprinted around the corner. I think out of all of the Scarlet and Violet sets, I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I'm not basing it on any facts that I've heard, I would say Paldea Evolved and 151 Elite Trainer boxes are, in my opinion, the most likely to get reprinted soon. I do think Scarlet and Violet base might get reprinted as well. They do like doing big reprints on like base sets, because base set is exactly what it says on the tin. It's the base of the block. Do you know what I mean? It's what they want available to consumers for a decent price, especially like kids, to like get them into the hobby for the first time. Like, I don't know, it's tricky because like a new kid, new to the hobby, they want Pokemon cards. They've probably been watching a little bit of the anime on TV. Yes, they probably will see the newest set in store, so they'll probably see a little bit of Twilight Masquerade in the next couple of weeks when it's coming out. But I can see where the Pokemon Center is coming from, basically. I can see why they would reprint base set, even though it's not super popular to us who have been in the hobby for a long time, is what I wanted to say. Now, once it does sell out from these other stores for below retail, you can still pick it up on eBay for below retail as well. So for £99, even a little bit cheaper than Chaos had it there, you can pick it up on the secondary market. This is the cheapest one I could find on Buy It Now with decent photos. I think that's a really good price. It looked pretty legit. This one looks fake, but I don't actually think it's fake. They've just used like a flash on their camera, and it's like really messed up the colors on that box. But I would be very cautious about buying from eBay. Definitely check the photos and make sure you're happy with what you're buying. But let's talk today about what the video is all about, the new / old play, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in a second. So, oh gosh, Elite Trainer boxes. I have a love-hate relationship with Elite Trainer boxes. I've said it on the channel a few times, but if you're new, I will go through it again briefly for you. Back in the COVID-19 days of early sort of 2019, when Pokemon was in a boom, every single Pokemon YouTuber, even ones that weren't like investment ones, and in fact some that knock investment now and insult us other channels like this who just try and give out Pokemon investment information. They call us evil, they say investment's bad for the hobby and whatnot. Those same people just a couple of years ago were riding the Pokemon boom wave, and they were making YouTube content saying that Elite Trainer boxes is the best place to put your money when you invest in. They said it's the fastest growing assets in Pokemon. I can remember specifically quite a few big channels that were talking about it. I won't name their names because I don't like slandering people. Some of you will probably be aware of who I'm talking about, but that's fine. Yeah, they were wrong. I ended up buying so many Elite Trainer boxes. I've still got them now. I've still got a whole cupboard full of Elite Trainer boxes, put in nice sort of like sealed storage, and I will sit on them for a while. Yes, they will make me money, but my money would have been better set in sealed booster boxes, and that's why I'm very cautious about this message that I'm about to say now, because I've been stung by Elite Trainer boxes in the past. You need to think about a couple of things with Elite Trainer boxes. They're heavy, they are bulky to store. They do look good on display if that's what you want them for, if you want to display it and then perhaps open it or sell it further down the line. I'll give you that. I do quite like the look of them as a product. However, they are a pain to ship. Like I said, you'll have to pay quite a lot of postage to ship one. I think the last time I shipped one in the UK, it cost me about like £8 or £9 to do a signed for an Elite Trainer box. So yeah, something to bear in mind. But unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say, Elite Trainer boxes are becoming a play again, guys. So it's not happening with every single set, but it is happening with some of them. On the subject of Elite Trainer boxes, before I show you what I'm talking about, I also want to talk about the 151 Elite Trainer box. So I just mentioned a moment ago, I do think these are going to get reprinted. However, this is still a pretty decent price on eBay for a sealed 151 Elite Trainer box. 151 is a good set. It's a speciality set. You can't get booster boxes of it. So this is your most cost-effective way of getting packs at the moment. And it's probably the most prestigious sealed item when you can't get sealed booster boxes, like in this instance with this set. And yes, I do think it will get reprinted. Yes, the price will drop if it does get reprinted. However, if I'm wrong and it doesn't get reprinted, you're going to kick yourself for not getting in at this price. This is going to look pretty attractive. What I don't want to do is I don't want to look back at this video in 2 years' time and say to myself, why didn't I buy all of these? Like, it seems like a lot of money now, especially when we could have a reprint on the horizon of these, but I'm just saying, the reprint's not necessarily going to happen, and this looks like a pretty good price to me for a pretty strong set. It could get reprinted into oblivion. Japanese 151 did recently. I do think that it will recover quite quickly though, once that stock's all bought up. I am a big fan of the 151 set. Anyway, back onto the focus of this video. To look at what I'm talking about with Elite Trainer boxes becoming a play, I'm going to do my usual thing of like looking at price changes this week on booster boxes, and then I'm going to break down the Elite Trainer boxes as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly go through and compare pack to cost ratio on the booster boxes at the moment compared to the Elite Trainer boxes, and I think you might be a little bit surprised. So Elite Trainer boxes, booster boxes of Chilling Reign this week in the US is pretty stable. The reason why is because they are at that inflated price already, in the $214 range. They never had the reprints, well, not even reprints, just like the more stock allocation that Pokemon Center UK had over the last couple of weeks. I was screaming at you guys to buy it in the last few videos when these were up a couple of weeks ago in Pokemon Center UK for £140. A lot of you listened, a lot of you bought them. They sold out pretty quickly. Now the cheapest on eBay is $199. And they are selling for about that. I mean, we're getting best offer accepted, but the reason why is because these people probably bought them from the Pokemon Center a week or two ago for $140, so they're quite happy to pick up a best offer because they've managed to make a decent sized profit in a very short amount of time. Anyway, selling for around about the 200 mark. Let's have a look what that works out to. 200 divided by 36. Let's do some quick maths. If I had to guess, I'd say about just over £5. Okay, yeah, 5.55 $5.55 for pack price on Chilling Reign at the moment on the booster box. Cheapest Elite Trainer box is 40 quid now for a sealed one. So 40 divided by 8 packs you get in there, £5. So yes, they do charge a little bit of a premium having a sealed booster box because it's a more desirable product. However, it's cheaper to get the Elite Trainer box now on Chilling Reign to get packs, and now £5 each. Is actually, while I'm here, even cheaper to buy it on Pokemon Center, because on Pokemon Center you can get it for you can get it for £4 on the sealed cardboard booster blisters, whatever you want to call them, sleeved booster packs. So yeah, definitely becoming a play, and could be a bit more of a play if the booster boxes continue to rise in price and these aren't, don't follow quite as quickly. And this is the whole point of the video. This is what I wanted to point out to you guys, is that sometimes certain products don't rise as quick as they should because people aren't thinking about these plays, and that's what this channel is all about. I'll always show you these plays. Let's do it on another set. Lost Origin, that's been really popular recently. It went out of stock recently on the US website, so you can see that is having a positive effect on its price. It's gained in value a little bit, so it was like $201. It's now about $230. So you're seeing a gain there of about 12-13%. Did I get that right? Yeah, about 12-13% on Lost Origin in the US markets at the moment. Cheapest at the moment is 200 plus a little bit of change on eBay. In the UK, as we just worked out, that's about $5.55 for £200 on the booster box, and this £200 one is not in great shape. Look at this. I think we pointed out this one before in previous weeks being the cheapest one, and it's just not selling. I also had a good look at this one as well and read the description, because if it says read the description, always read the description. Look, it's got like a tear down in the seal. Not good. If you're going to keep this long term and keep this sealed, that will hurt its price long term. It won't climb as much. And then the next cheapest one available is like 220, but we'll go off the 200 pack price, because if you were going to break it down into packs, it would be 200 quid. You could buy this, so that'd be $5.50 a pack. Cheapest Lost Origin Elite Trainer box is 38, so let's do 38 divided by 8, 475. Again, cheaper pack price within a sealed product for the Elite Trainer box coming out on top. Again, let's try it with Evolving Skies. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think Evolving Skies, the booster box, is going to be cheaper, or the Elite Trainer box? Should we have a look? So US market, as I've mentioned over the last couple of weeks, is just super stable. We're just having a stable month. I like it. I'm down for it. That's £600 here in the UK for the cheapest one on Buy It Now. £612 actually. We'll do this official. So 612 divided by 36, £17 on the dot for a pack price. Oh, don't know why I clicked on that. Let's remove that. Yeah, £17. The Elite Trainer box, cheapest one here is $120, including postage. So let's go 120 divided by 8, 15. So you're getting them £2 cheaper a pack, and still within a sealed product. So something to bear in mind. Yes, they're a pain to hold. Yes, they're a pain to ship, but they look kind of cool, and like, I do have a lot of them. Like I said, I've got a love-hate relationship with Elite Trainer boxes. I want to see them do well so badly because I'm holding so many of them, but I have been stung in the past. I bought some Elite Trainer boxes for like 60 quid each, and like some of them now are like less than 40, so just bear that in mind. Speaking of which, Brilliant Stars, I bought quite a lot of Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer boxes, and I just kept buying into it as well. I think the most I paid for one was in the pandemic, about, I think I paid about 59 quid for my most expensive one, and now you can pick them up for much cheaper than that. So not a great investment, but hey, you know, I've got diamond hands, so to speak, so I'm just going to hold until the moon. Brilliant Stars saw a bit of a rise in the US markets. Brilliant to see this set finally getting the price rises that I think it deserves, and I've been talking about for a long time on this channel. I think it's been due to have a rise for ages. It's nice to see it starting to move and gain traction. 185 is the price at the moment. Last week, let's see, it was around about 175, so about a $10 rise, which is about 6.5%, maybe just under 6.5%. That's some quick maths for you. Cheapest, here we go, did them in the wrong order. Cheapest booster box is 150. You could probably pick it up for retail though, from other sources. I can't remember, was it on the Pokemon Center website for? Yeah, so 143 is actually the cheapest on, and it's on the Pokemon Center website. So 143 is retail divided by 36. 397 a pack. What do you think, guys? Do you think we can beat retail prices on an Elite Trainer box? Where's my tabs? Where am I at? Cheapest one is losing it, 34.69. So we have got to beat just under £4. So 34.69 divided by 8. No, so it doesn't work with every set at the moment, but this is still mega cheap. Like, if you haven't got much money and you want to buy into Brilliant Stars, like, yes, it will take a while for your Elite Trainer box to appreciate, but they ain't getting any cheaper than this. Like, 35 quid for a sealed Elite Trainer box is very good. I also wanted to point out as well, you see cheaper ones here. Be very careful about what you're reading. This is the cheapest sealed one. This one is not sealed. It says it's open. Always read the descriptions, everything. I've pre-checked all of these, so I've clicked into all of them. Always make sure what you're looking for are the words sealed. So look in the description. New and factory sealed. That's exactly what you want. It's a shame it doesn't have real photos, so it might have tears in the seal, etc. That's just a risk you run at that price point, I'm afraid. Otherwise, you can pay a little bit more and have one with photos. But I'm just looking at the cheapest on the market at the moment. Astral Radiance, let's see if it works with Astral Radiance. Astral Radiance has seen basically a flat week in the US, but there was one sold for a little bit less with a photo, so maybe that's throwing off the statistics a little bit. You can still pick it up for retail. This is not the cheapest because you can pick it up on Pokemon Center for 143. So let's do it as we did with all of the other ones. So 143 was what, like 398 on retail, 396. Let's look at the Elite Trainer box. I actually really like this Elite Trainer box. I like how it looks, and it's one of the few that I don't have in my collection from the Sword and Shield era. And like I said, it's not going to get any cheaper than this. Like, I might just buy one of these. I did say to myself I'd never buy an Elite Trainer box again, but I might actually just buy a Astral Radiance one, because I don't own any Astral Radiance at all, actually. So let's just work it out, just for fun's sake. 343 divided by 8, 430. So again, you're not going to beat the retail booster box prices. However, you are not always going to be able to get these for retail. I think very soon these are going to sell out and you're not going to see them anymore. And it's definitely a thing on some of these sets that you can pick up the Elite Trainer box super cheap, and it works out cheaper than buying it per pack on the booster box. And I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. If you're going to go into it, do your checks, do what I've done, have a look around eBay, have a look around other sites, divide down the pack cost price and decide for yourself whether it's a good play for you or not. As always on this channel, if I see a play, I mention a play. I'm going to let you guys know. Personally, I'm not going to buy into it. I might buy one of these, but for me, it's not really about the investment. It's just for the collection because I don't have one, and I quite like the artwork on the Elite Trainer box. And I don't own any Astral Radiance, and I think I should. Uh, so, like I said, I'm always going to point out plays. That's why you subscribe to never miss an opportunity. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and peace.